Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Janma karma cha me divyam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma nayati. Punarjanma nayati. He who knows the secret of my birth and death in its completeness, he will not take birth again. What's so secret about it? He is the son of Vasudeva Devaki. Janma. What is karma? Flirting, thieving, stealing. So, knowing that, how do you say you get mukti? Because you say you don't take birth, it is mukti. That's because he never took birth. That's because he never acted. Not taking birth appeared to take birth. Not acting appeared to act. That's Krishna. How does it help us? Do the same drama yourself in the world. Do not act. Do not act as an agent. I am doing. I am the doer. Just observe him acting. He alone is the actor. He handles the prakriti which is in him, throws it out, plays with that. He throws out the prakriti, plays with that. You and I feel we are acting. Our sorrow is only because of these two statements. I am the doer and the enjoyer. Remove these two. I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. You will have no sorrow. I told on the first class itself, practice it for 30 days and then you see. Maintain this understanding. The vasanas or prakriti are handled by the Lord. I am just enjoying the show. Maintain this for 30 days, then you see. All weight on your head comes down. Because the whole weight is because you think you are the doer and you are the enjoyer. So that glorious Krishna, he has never taken birth, but appeared to take birth. Takes birth every second in somebody. Every second in somebody. Why? They have opened up. They have opened up. He is there all the time. When they open up, they see, and to them it is the birth of Krishna at that time. Can it happen to us? Depends on you. Today it can happen to you. Today, not tomorrow. It can happen to you if you are available. What do you mean, if I am available? Last 3 days, preparation was done to bring your mind to focus to Krishna. Today also, 2/3 of the time is preparing your mind. What is preparation of my mind? It's all the time extrovert. For 3 days or today also, when you are going on thinking about God in some form or the other, the mind learns the art of turning its attention to Krishna inside you. So when you turn your attention to that Krishna in you, you feel his presence. That is Krishna Janma. That is Krishna Janma. Who is this Krishna? I have still lot more left from yesterday. I have to do. They are worried organizers. I am skipping. I have to do Vrutrasura and Gajendra Moksha, Amrutamanthan, Vamanavathara, Ishanukata, then only come. They are worried. Do not worry. Krishna will take care. He will take care. If I miss, so what? Enjoy. He's doing. If I miss, so what? Enjoy the game. This is what Gurudev taught us. The difference between an ignorant man and an enlightened man. The difference between ignorant man and an enlightened man. The ignorant man thinks the seen world is real, and therefore he depends on that. Karma phala, feels he is the doer and the enjoyer. The enlightened man operates from here. He is sitting here, sees the drama going on. That's all. He sits here and sees the drama going on. Gurudev's formula, be Ram inside, Raja outside. Ram inside, Raja outside. Difficult if we have not started living it. Because for number of births, mind was focused to senses. Mind is focused to senses. 9 o'clock, what is the dinner? What is happening today is the do or die match between Sri Lanka and India. Right? Several things. And all those things that you and I are afraid. No, I and you are afraid because I am the worst. Go on imagining things that are not there. Therefore, let me put myself first. All the things that I and you are afraid. Firstly, they are not there. Secondly, they are the things that lift you away from this helpless state of Godhood. So therefore, all that anybody has to do is turn his attention from death to immortality. What do you mean death to immortality? Changing world is continuously dying. That's called change. Death of the previous moment, birth of the next moment. We who are seeing experiences are continuously seeing them marching in time. Objects moving, experiences moving. That is death. Attention is on death. The seeing. Turn the attention to the seer who doesn't change, who is immortal, and that is you. And enjoy the game of change. Without change, what drama? A drama needs continuous excitement, change, villain, hero, comedian. Right? God has provided you free entertainment. And why do you resist? No, this thing is. The veteran actor never complains. I have been given the act of begging. You are paid more for that because you are an expert in that. Others cannot do. Right? I've been repeating the same thing for half an hour. No, half the time, then rush through the text. Why? This is all you have to learn. This is all you have to learn. Text is not important. Text will not change from speaker to speaker. All that you have to learn is how to live that life of Krishna continuously amidst crisis, not even challenges, amidst crisis, yet constantly with an 1.5 inch smile. Have you ever seen Krishna morosive? Have you ever seen a moment of Krishna's life free from crisis? Where, where to exit? I don't want to call death. Bhagavan doesn't have it. Manifestation to exit. Never a moment of relaxation for him. Not a second. Yet, when you think of Krishna, you become rejuvenated, excited, happy. Have you seen bhajans? All bhajans are great. But when you come to Krishna bhajan, the tempo is different. When you come to Krishna bhajan, the very tempo changes. You're not able to hear. No? Okay? Right? Otherwise, I'll remove one shout because actually I can shout more. Ah. So be alert. Be alert. Krishna will be born in you any second. He will be born in you any second. After that, don't lose your focus. Stay with him, hold on, and see his drama. See his drama. Is all life. This is all life. You know, in our Vedanta classes, one beautiful word is there. All that is all right, sir. But that they never forget. All that is all right, sir. But what is that but? Means I never heard you. If you have heard, but won't come. What are you doing? Sitting there, you say, I didn't hear you. You are sitting there. You are also hearing, but you are not listening. You are hearing, but you are not listening. Your mind is not even, if not even elsewhere, here itself, you are running ahead of me. This is what he is going to talk next. This is what he is going to talk next. And so you must be present. Okay. You have problem with this? Then keep the usual. Okay. Or if you want both, you can keep. Is it allowed? That was removed only for this reason. Now it's all right. Okay. Right. No, this just, you are a management concern. This is just a workshop, how to be cool and calm when things are not going all right. She's a management trainee, right? These are done everywhere. How to enjoy, right? So, Krishna is born only when you have shut your mind to all other things. That's called midnight. Completely closed your attention to OET, names and forms. Locked him in your bosom. And then he manifests. I put this in my groups. I thought, a sentence I'm going to tell you. I said, I'm starting Kathopanishad. Those who believe God also, please don't attend classes. God only attend. I thought out of the 40, 50 people, I will get only 2 people. 38 will drop. Because this is a very haughty statement. But to my surprise, only 2 people dropped, 38 came. That shows they're too sincere. And you understand? So Krishna is a very self-respecting person. He's a friend to all. Friend to all. But he doesn't disturb people who are not interested in him, who are distracted by several things. He says, I will wait. I've been waiting in your bosom from time immemorial. I will wait. You finish other things, come back. You finish all our other things and come back. So if you are attentive, you will feel the presence of Krishna today and now. Right? And yesterday, where did we leave? We left with Ajamila. What was the story there? With merely chanting the name, Ajamila got moksha is the popular version, not supported by the text. Ajamila, ரெண்டு இருக்கலாமா? அப்ப எடுத்துறீங்களா? And they kept speaker. Because they kept this yesterday. I can't change myself. Immediately too late to change. Yesterday that was doesn't matter. You understand half, that's enough. Because that is the better off. What you don't understand is the better off. So therefore, Nama Mahima was Ajamila's story. What was Nama Mahima? In different yugas, different disciplines have to be practiced. to evolve. In Kali Yuga, because they know Kali means machine, Kali means confusion, Kali means wickedness. In Kali Yuga, people don't have time for other disciplines. So Nama Japam is enough. You will be emancipated. Kalau Kalmasha Chittanam. Kalau Kalmasha Chittanam. People who have lot of Kalmasha means crookedness, dirt. Hare namai vasa kirtanam. You have to sing only Hare he namayeva, namayeva. Nasti eva gatihi anyadha. There is no other way. Yajnayagas, right? Meditation, upasana, jnana marga, you don't need. Therefore, all the rishis want to be born in Kali because simple. You don't have to go through all that. So Ajamila, according to the belief, he got moksha when Narayana. But text doesn't say that. Because text has to be logical. Text has to be logical. When he said Narayana, his attention turned to Narayana. He was a good man earlier. By some vasana, one vasana has to be exhausted. So there was an aberration in his character. That was over. Now with the Narayana, his attention is turned. So Narayana's sevaks came and saved him. Said, this man is not fit for the path of death. Not death or birth. For the path of death. He is fit for the path of immortality. So the agents of death leave him. And they left. And then he went and meditated. Then he went and meditated in Badrikashrama, exhausted the vasanas, and enlightened. It is not immediately he got it. And what was the logic even then? Agadam means medicine. You take medicine knowingly or unknowingly, it will act. H-schedule drugs, poison. I didn't know. I took it. Overdose. I am dying. Choiceless. Medicine has to do that job. Right? You put a holy book into fire. It won't say, no, Bhagavad Gita, I won't burn. I will burn dirty literature. It doesn't say. The sentence that Sridhar Swami gives is, Vastuhu buddhihi na apechate. A thing doesn't depend on your intellect. It does its guna. Your logic doesn't work. So Nama, when anybody utters, knowingly or unknowingly, he is lifted. So he goes in the path of evolution. Right? Therefore, in Kali, Namaiva Kirtanam. Na Gatihi Anyatha. Nasti Gatihi Anyatha. So what is the problem in that? We should all do. I told the other day also that bhajan, very nice bhajan, but only some people can sing that. Rama Rama Nam and Namam Chollada, Pamarane Adil Baram Ennada. Pollada Yaman Vandal Veda Matan, Ramadasa Bhaktan Andral Toda Matan. Right? So this is for all of us. ராமா ராமா என்று நாமம் சொல்லடா, அதில் பாரம் என்னடா? What is such a big problem in that? After that is my best story in Bhagavatam, Vritrasura. What is so big about him? Magnanimity personified itself, and that became Vritrasura. Magnanimity personified itself, that became Vritrasura. There was a king called Chitraketu. I told you on the first day, there are 3 occasions when God had different plans and didn't give them children. These people insisted on having children because they were not worried about God. They were worried about neighbors talking about them. I heard this dialogue because I stopped seeing films for 40 years. Before that, in one film, somebody was breaking 2 lovers' marriage. Somebody asked that old lady, why are you doing that? How will I answer others? That man asked, you are not worried. How will you answer God separating them? So also, you and I are worried about others thinking that you have no child. You have no faith in God, that He has different plans for different people. He has different plans for different people. You are questioning His intelligence. Chitraketu was one of them. Narada went with Angira, and then he asked, and they said, okay, have it, but he will be the source of your joy and sorrow. Is that only for Chitraketu? All that you and I get is the source for joy and sorrow. Everything that you and I get is the very source for our sorrow. Don't have any doubt. Go home, make a list. These are all my sorrows. And see, anything that you have no value has given you sorrow. Is there any intrinsic value for anything? No. Each one has put a value on a particular thing. There is no intrinsic value. There is no intrinsic value for anything. So who put the sorrow there? Your value. Who put the value? Yourself, not God. Not God. You understand? So they asked children, he said, okay, he will be source of joy and sorrow. What sorrow came when the child came? 100 wives. I told you, if you have to be a VIP in Bhagavatam, minimum you should have 2 wives. Why? Lot of people are not coming because husband and children are at home. I can't leave them and come. That's why all our gods had 2 wives. Each one changes duty. You understand? So they have given 1 wife can have child. So he chose one. 99 other women were ignored by this man. He didn't know the art of management. Krishna, 16,000 wives he managed so beautifully. Here only 100. 1 wife child, but he could have kept them in good humor. He didn't, he ignored them. Naturally, they felt, see, because of this, he is treating us like exact words, like servants. Servants, what is the problem? They do their work and get salary. We are worse than them. Exact Sanskrit words. Right? We are worse than them. So they killed him, child. They killed the child. And then again, everybody was weeping. including the people who killed, because they realized their mistake. Because all these crimes happen in a fit moment. They were also crying because we become murderers. And again, Narada came with Tangira. Why are you weeping? My child is dead. So joy and sorrow together. Narada said, okay, don't worry. Call the Jiva, body is still there. See all your mothers and father, everybody is weeping. Enter into the body. Make them happy. Make them happy. The boy asked, which father and mother can I make happy? Because before this, 99 fathers and mothers I left. All of them were weeping. Now, which father and mother can I choose? They got Vairagya. This is all our relation. The fellow doesn't care for us and we want him. The fellow doesn't care for us. He doesn't even recognize us father and mother. We want him. They got Vairagya. Then Narada Bhagavan gave him mantra to do upasana to Sankarshana Bhagavan, Balarama. He did it. Balarama blessed him. Then he became a Vidyadhara. What is Vidyadhara? Who have book knowledge, who have memorized all, who have got and then felt bloated. And Parvati and Shiva were sitting amidst Saptarishis, hugging each other, Parvati on his lap. This man stays, laughs and says, even normal people don't do this in a exalted assembly like this with Saptarishis. You are supposed to be a god. You are keeping your wife on your lap hugging. Shiva is a Gnani. He laughed. But Mother Parvati cannot allow, because her business is to correct. Her business is to correct. So she cursed him. You are not fit to be a Vidyadhara. What all these rishis could not detect fault in us, Brahma didn't detect fault in us. You have found that we are guilty. Be born as a Rakshasa. He prostrated to Parvati Amma. Amma, I have not asked to come like cinemas. Please repel my curse. No, I have not come to that. I come to ask you forgiveness because I disturbed your peace. I did not come to ask, please forgive my. I made you angry. I'm sorry for that. Right? And Shiva laughed and said, that is Vishnu Bhakta. Tells his wife, that is Vishnu Bhakta. And then this is a flashback. Story comes at the last. How this curse becomes a positive. Because all curses in Bhagavatam ends in great glory for the one who is cursed. I told you on the first day, what does that mean to you? All the sufferings that you and I go through in life are supposed to be curses, are meant for your welfare. Don't bargain with God. Do not bargain with God. Accept it, saying, thank you. You have given me so much attention. Gurudev wrote to me a sentence when I had some challenges. Congratulate yourself. He has taken so much of interest in you. Otherwise, you won't get them. Congratulate yourself. He has taken so much of interest in you. Otherwise, you won't get them. You understand? So that is the truth. The moment you know the simple secret that I don't get anything that is not good for me, you all accept. I don't get anything that I don't deserve, many accept. That's not the truth. He is not sitting as an accountant and dispensing your sins and this thing and give you. All are his children. He is sending you those experiences which can free you from your own entanglement and slavery to your mind. Emancipating yourself from your mind is called moksha. For that you need certain experiences. He sends it. All that you have to know is, thank you. Oh Lord, thank you. The man who is sitting and talking here talks everything that he has experienced. So have faith. I told on my very first classes in ICF, I may not know everything, but certainly whatever I talk, I know. I may not know everything, but whatever I talk, I know. So you should have faith. This is very important because this is all your life. Accepting, not accepting. This acceptance in another form is called surrender. Acceptance in another form is called surrender. Right? So, once this Indra, PhD in negative activities, Nobel laureate in negative activities is Indra. Nobody can compare with him in stealing. Anybody does 99 Ashwamedha Yagas, 100th horse he has to steal. Because if he finishes 100 Yagas, he will become Indra, he will lose his job. So, he is specialist in stealing and specialist in misleading. Indra is your intellect. Your intellect always says, do this, you will get happiness. Do that, you will get happiness. That's the intellect. That's Indra. Always misleads you and leads to a miss. Right? Guru was going, he was little lazy, Brihaspati, little lazy, he didn't get up. He is a guru because he didn't get offended. He didn't get offended. Understand the difference in what I am telling. He didn't get offended. He didn't curse him. He said, where I am not wanted, I should not be there. He silently left the place and went incognito. He didn't curse him. He was not offended. I am not wanted, so I leave. So he left. Then Indra went to Brahma. This is the route in all Puranic stories. All the Devas go to Indra, together go to Brahma, Brahma go to Vishnu. They went to Vishnu and said, this is what happened, what to do. There is one Vishwarupa, excellent, enlightened Purohit, Guru. You now take him to be your Guru. Because without Guru, you cannot do anything. Without Guru, you cannot do anything. Ask your husbands, these 4 days you were here, go home. They can't do many things. They can't do many things. 2 hours they can't do. Children, daddy and mummy not there, finished. Guru has to be there for every work. And running a kingdom, managing Urvasi, Tilottama, Rambha, You need a guru to manage also. Right? Kingdom cannot go without this thing. Country can run for some time without a president. Chief Justice can be given active duty. But without a prime minister, without a minister, country, that is why even when assemblies are dissolved, till the new government is formed, you will be caretaker government. You will be caretaker government. So you need a guru. So they sent to Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa is the son of Twastra. And he gave them Narayana Hrudaya. Narayana Hrudaya is like our, in Tamil also, this thing, Kavacha, Narayana Kavacha, that which protects you, the Narayana, this thing he gave. This man took it. After that, Vishwarupa's mother was Asura. Father was Brahmana. All of you, why you have a problem with your children when they are choosing husbands differently? It was there in those days. It was there in those days. Right? So, when he was giving Ahuti for Devas, he felt, let me also give to my mother. Such a small thing, this Indra could not tolerate. Treachery. So, he beheaded him. He beheaded him. His father, Twastra, got upset. And he did a yaga to destroy Indra. And from that came Vrutrasura, because Shiva cursed. And Vrutrasura people were all scared, went to Vishnu. He said, go to Dadichi. Ask him to give his bone. With that and with Narayana Kavacha, which he has given, Vishwarupa has given, Narayana Kavacha. And with this bone together, that is any missile, you need both. You need the formula, you need the material. And the bone is Vishwarupa Dadiji, who has done so much of tapas. So it got strong, tapas. And the grace of Narayana. Right? So that can kill that Vrutrasura. They went, asked Dadichi, he said, who would like to die? How can I give? These people beautifully answered. They said, we people want to save our lives came to you because we are stupid. You are a rishi, you won't care. Therefore we came. He said, that dharma I wanted to know from you. Now take the bone. He gave the bone and that became the Vajrayudha. With that, he kills Vrutrasura. Right? In between, you said is magnanimity personified. I will read the Sanskrit verses. When they were face to face, Indra and Vrutrasura, Vrutrasura tells Indra, Dishtaya Bhavan me samavastito ripuhu. O enemy, it's my luck that you are standing before me. Yo Brahmaha Guruha Bratruha. Nobody can surpass your crime. You killed a Brahmin Vishwarupa, who is your brother also, because same this thing, Bratruha, and Guruha. He is your teacher also, because he taught the Narayan. So you killed Guru, you killed Brahmana, you killed your brother. Thanks. Now you are before me. I will settle the account. Right? And when they were fighting, Indra's Vajrayudha fell down. His pride doesn't allow him to pick it up before the other fellow, because he had to bend and pick it up. His pride didn't allow. He was hesitating. Now what our Vritrasara says, Suresha, Indra, Kasmanna Hinoshi, why are you not killing me? Vajraha Parastite Vairini, my Amogham. This Amogham means, Mogha means it will fail. Amogham, it won't fail. This Vajrayudha will not fail. Why are you not using against me? It fell. Ma Samsayista. Naga Gadeva Vajram. Earlier, he threw a mace, it didn't hit him. Don't think this will also fail like that. This cannot fail. Nishpalam. Right? This cannot fail. And therefore, pick it up. He is asking Indra to pick up the instrument that will kill him. Pick it up. Na nanu yesha vajraha shakra tejasaha harehe. Shakra, O Indra, harehe tejasaha. It is Vishnu's tejas. And dadiche tapasa. It is made up of the tapas of dadichi. Dadiche tapasa cha tejitaha tenaiva shatrum jahi. With that you kill the shatru. With that you kill the shatru. Don't hesitate. It won't fail. He is teaching him to kill him. Right? And then what I will do? You do your job. I will do my job. What I am going to do? Aham samadhaya manoho yada aha sankarshanaha taccharanara vinde vajraramho lulita. That is, when I am turned by, T-O-R-N. When I am torn by the Vajrayudha, when I am torn by Vajrayudha, I will meditate as my Guru Sankarshana Bhagavan taught me on God. You do your job trying to kill me. I will lift myself to God, and I will have no death. And another this thing he says, Ajata Paksha Iva Mataram Kagaha Stana Yatha Vascha Taraha Stanam Yatra Vascha Taraha Shudartaha Priyam Priyeva Vishtam Vishanna Mano Aravindaksha Didurchitetum Aravindaksha. Lotus-eyed one. Who? God. Who sees only truth. Aravinda in our culture represents truth. Lotus. That's why Lakshmi stands on lotus. Saraswati sits on lotus. If you take literally, they will tumble down. Lotus in our culture is truth. Right? Aravindaksha. One who sees only truth. Right? And he says, I am waiting to see my Aravindaksha. Like how? He gives 3 examples. Ajata Patraha, the birds that have not developed wings to fly, waiting for the mother to bring food. Ajata Patraha, Matariva, like the mother. And then another example, like the calf wanting to take the milk from the cow, waiting for that. Because they cannot take whenever they like. You tie them, you only leave at a particular time. Why? Not your magnanimity. Without that, the cow won't give milk. It will kick you. So like the calf waiting for the mother, third example, all of us know, like the lover waiting in the park for the beloved. Are Bhagavata, 5,000 years before. You understand? Like all these people are waiting, you know their intensity. Likewise, I am waiting to meet my Lord. So Indra, don't delay. So Indra, don't delay. Kill me. Right? And then when Indra recognizes his devotion, surrender, glory,
He praises him, but still kills him. He praises his, oh, Danava, Siddhosi, Danava, you are a Rakshasa, but you have attained the ultimate Siddhosi. Aho, Danava, Siddhosi, Yasyate Matihi, Idrushi, you have this type of mind, Idrushi Matihi, Bhaktaha, Sarvatmana, Atmanam, Surudam, Jagadishwaram, you see the Lord in everybody's heart, everywhere. You are Siddhosi, and then still kills him. There's some details I cannot afford to go. Now, Prahlada. Seventh skanda is Prahlada. Here itself you got the clue. Rakshasa need not be a Rakshasa. It's destiny. The package is different. The package is different. Inside content is the same. Rakshasa, Brahmana, Kshatriya, anybody, it's the covers that differ. Contents are the same. So you, a Rakshasa, want to be a Brahmana or even Brahman, detach from the package, turn the attention to the contents. It can happen this second. You have to decide. I will no more live this useless life. I drop this package. Brahma dropped his package several times in the third skanda. Right? I drop this. I will now be God. You will be God. Don't decide. Mirror image in the God you write. You will read it as dog. Right? It's your choice. You have to decide. I've been emphasizing on this because all our problems are because of our wrong associations. To turn it is a split second, your decision. Your decision. No vasanas are powerful. Surrender to God. He will take care of the vasanas. That's Prahlada Charitram. Hiranyakasipu was a Brahmana because he was born to Kashyapa. Kashyapa was a Brahmana. Brahmana's son is a Brahmana. But he was a Rakshasa. Hiranyakasipu is a Rakshasa. His son is beyond Brahmana. Therefore, you cannot decide by birth. Brahmana or Shudra, you cannot decide by birth. Brahmana's son is a Rakshasa. Rakshasa's son is a Brahmana. These are called the Vasanas. That is called Utayaha. Seventh skanda is Utayaha. Right? A lovely story where somebody holds to God, whatever anybody can do cannot die. Somebody turns away from God, he cannot live. Where did you meet this? Mahabharata, Krishna said, I will be on one side, won't even lift the arms. The other side, all my army, all my this thing I give. Duryodhana chose that. He never survived. Arjuna said, you are enough. And he born victorious. Hold on to truth. Waker's money, it will not ditch you. Hold on to dream money, it cannot help you. Hold on to truth, it cannot ditch you. Hold on to untruth, it cannot save you. So Hiranyakasipu did several things to kill this boy. He could not do. How God comes to rescue? He had a daughter or sister, a daughter, who kept him on the lap, wanted to burn him because she had a cloth with which she will not be burnt and he can be burnt. What happened? Bhagavan's wish. That cloth flew from her, fell on him, he was saved and she was burnt. Holy cow, no? Right? That's holy. That is holy. Of a story of a unholy. Right? He did several things he could kill. And then he challenges him. If your God is everywhere, is he there in that pillar? He says, yes. I will now hit that pillar and break it. If your God doesn't come, I will kill you. Already this fellow has failed in killing. And still the ego doesn't allow him to keep quiet. He still says, I will kill you if God doesn't come. Come on. He bangs it. Narasimha comes, tears him to pieces. Right? And there are beautiful stories. Lovely things are there. If at 7:40, 7:45, if I can't do some portions, I will be stopping. Do tomorrow. But Krishna's Janma has to be there today. Because he has taken an appointment with the surgeon, cesarean. Right? A lot of people do this. They see the horoscope and fix the surgery. And it turns out to be horoscope. Right? So now, what is the greatness of this enmity, bitterness for Bhagavan? It says, your mind takes the form of whatever you continuously think, good or bad. That's called mind. God plus mind is man, man minus mind is God. Mind is consciousness plus object. Any object it turns, it becomes the thought, and flow of thoughts is object. Any object it turns, it becomes the thought, and flow of thoughts is called mind. So he says, this man day and night was afraid of the eighth child to be born. No, Prahlada, he was having bitterness for Vishnu. Sorry, I am mixed up. Krishna has come in between, right? He was having bitterness for Vishnu, and therefore continuously thinking about him in hatred. Dharmaraja asked Narada, Vena, that is Pruthur Maharaj's son, when he died, he didn't enter Bhagavan. Right? He didn't. So many people died, they didn't enter Bhagavan, though killed by Bhagavan. How did this Shishupala, because this dialogue happened in the Rajasuya Yaga, this Shishupala entered Bhagavan. Right? Then Narada Bhagavan said, Kitaha Peshas Krutu. Right? Worm and the bee, Atmabodh. Brahmara Ketavati. Brahmara Ketavati. Right? The Kita, the wasp, was kept in a mud hole house. No engineer can construct it. No engineer can construct it. I tried because I was a contractor. I couldn't do. A house where this could be kept, it can peep out but cannot come out. This wasp. And this wasp was miserable there because summer, no AC. It peeps out. Whenever it peeps out, mother stings. If some of you had any time had a sting of a bee, you will know how painful it is. Right? Though not as painful as words of some people. Right? It comes out. Yes, every time it comes out, stings. This child developed hatred for the mother, continuously thinking about that. And when it grew, it breaks the house, comes out. You know, the first person to kill is the mother, because hatred. When you think of Bhagavan continuously, the house, the ignorance breaks. The first person to be killed is the ego, your mother. Ego is your mother and father. Continuous meditation on that. So also, anybody who thinks Bhagavan in that form becomes Bhagavan. Because continuous thinking, like the wasp and the bee, Gohpyah kamad bhayad kamsaha dveshyad chedyad nrupaha sambandhad vrishnayaha snehad vyuyam bhaktya vayam vibho. Gopis out of desire, Kamsa out of fear. Right? Dvesha chedyadi nrupaha. Out of hatred is the Shishupala, Dantavaktra, etc. Sambandhad Vrishnayaha, through alliances, Vrishni clan. Sneha Dhyuyam, you Pandavas are friend to Krishna. Sneha Dhyuyam. Bhaktya Vayam Vibho. Through devotion, we think of him continuously. Kenapi upayena manak Krishne niveshayet. Doesn't matter whatever way, hatred, fear, lust, or whatever way, keep your mind on him. You will become him. That's the logic. That's the logic. So therefore, Shishupala entered him, and that was the last birth. 3 births to the 2 Jaya Vijaya gate, this thing, because they insulted the Sanak Kumaras, and therefore they were cursed. You are not fit to be here, gatekeepers of Bhagavan. Be born as Rakshasas. No, go down to earth, because here only you can transform. Then Vishnu came and said, you go down there and become Rakshasas, because not only Rakshasas, people who hate me, because love doesn't have the power to think continuously as much as hatred has. Love doesn't have the power to continuously think as much as hatred has. So you will hate me in all the 3 lives. Every time I come down and bring you back. Bhakta Paradena, to save his gatekeepers. 3 births they take. He takes 4 births. He takes 4 births. Hiranyaksha Varaha. Hiranyakashipu. Narasimha Swami. 4 births for 3 janmas. Why? For you and us, Rakshasas, Bhagavan killed. No, he took back his children there. Sent for schooling. After the schooling is over, he took back. That's Lord. He doesn't punish anybody. He is compassion personified. He doesn't punish anybody. Do not bargain with him. Whatever he gives, thank you. Whatever he gives, thank you. Practice this, please. I found the results. Right? So that was the crux of the whole 7th skanda. Continuous thinking about Bhagavan, you will reach there. Then there are a few lovely verses I will do. In the next 3 minutes, I will finish this. When should I stop? 8 o'clock I should stop. So 7:40 Krishna Janma is take up, right? 8:15. Don't worry, I am an expert. I will finish by 8 o'clock. including Gajendra Moksha and all that. You know, MBA, Master of Art of Bluffing. MBA. So here, all the Rakshasas, all the Devas as usual, because this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu both were struggling. Hiranyaksha was killed by Varaha Avatar. Hiranyakashipu now want to take revenge for his brother's death. So he was tormenting them. They all go to Vishnu. Vishnu says this, Ma Baishta Vibuddha Sreshtaha Sarvesham Badramastuvaha. Don't get nervous. Let good befall on you. Mad darshanam hi bhutanam sarvasreyo papattaye. You saw me, you will get all the best. You cannot have any challenges. Gnata, Gnatam yetasya. I know why you have come. Dauratmyam, this fellow's duratma, that is evilness. Daiteyapa sadasya tasya shantim karishyami. I shall appease that and I shall correct that wickedness. Kalam tavat pratiksha. But you have to wait for some time. Why? There are crisscross currents going on. Crisscross currents going on. So you have to wait. You understand? Yada deveshu vedeshu goshu vipreshu sadhusu dharma dharmamayicha vidvesha. When he does wrong things to sadhus, cows, vipras, enlightened people, and he does that to sadhu, his own son, I shall kill him. He might have got vara from Brahma. He got vara from Brahma. I should not be killed either from sky or from floor, from day or night, inner or outside, man, animal. I should not be killed. He exhausted all the list. Bhagavan, all the list that you give to Bhagavan is still finite. So he has some clue there. He wants to help. He wants to finish you off. He doesn't bother about all the care that you have taken. Right? So this man asked, he said, Varopi, though he got the vara, I will finish him off, but I need a reason. He should do something against this group. I will wait for when he tries to kill his own son, Prahlada. Right? And this Prahlada was left in Gurukula. And then he was brought and the father, darling, made him sit there and asked, what did you learn there? There are several beautiful verses, but time, I will do that. What is sadhu that you have learned? Tat sadhu manye asuravarya dehinam sadam samudvigna dhiyat asadgrahat hitva atmapatam gruham andakupam vanam gato harimachriyat. That is sadhu, my dear father. Leave this sinful life of gruhastha, andakupam, like a dark well, go to the forest, harimachriyata, depend on God. This man got, what you Chandamarkas? What did you teach him? He is asking me to take refuge in my enemy. Vishnu is my enemy. What are you doing? These people, what have you taught? These people said, we didn't teach him anything. That's his nature. He's born with that. Naisargikam. That's his nature. So he got angry, he wanted to do something, and then these people said, Shukracharya knew something is happening here. So he went on a global trip, not to be there at that time. Right? On a global trip, not to be there when Hiranyakashipu is going to be killed. So his children, Chandamarka, said, don't worry, because he tried to kill him in several ways, nothing. You send it to us. And they took him there. And while they were doing some work, this boy caught all the other students, started teaching them Vishnu Bhakti. All the Rakshasas' children were brainwashed. They got nervous. They came to, again, our Hiranyakashipu. Your son is incorrigible. We are not able to do anything. Right? So he again asked him, what have you learned? He says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, the Navavida Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanevedanam, Iti Punsarpita Vishnu, Bhakti Chet, Navalakshanaha. These are the 9 facets of Bhakti. Shravana, listen to his stories. Kirtana, sing his glories. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, remember him all the time. Padasevanam, serve his feet. Like this 9 he gave, and he really this time got angry, and he said, Brahmabandhu. He's addressing the teachers. Brahmabandhu, Kshatriya Bandhu means you are only a relative of a Brahmana, you are not a Brahmana. That's called Brahmabandhu. Brahmabandhu, kim yetat vipaksham, the opponent side. Shrayatayata, asaram grahito. He took off something which is asara, that means useless thing. Balo ma manadrutya. Completely ignoring me, anadrutya. He is talking all this. You taught him. They said, we didn't teach him any of these things. And then he asked, who taught you? He said, whether somebody teaches you or they don't teach you, if you have an uncontrolled mind, you can never learn. Prahlada says, somebody teaches you or you yourself learn. If you have an uncontrolled mind, you cannot master. And then he says, I am surprised at your adamant nature. Kruddasya yasya kampante trayo lokaha. When I am angry, 3 lokas are shaken. Right? Saha Ishwaraha tasya me abhitavat muda shasanam kimbalo atyagaha. Where from did you get this strength to oppose me? When I am angry, all the 3 words, Shiva, where did you get this thing? For that reply, na kevalam me bhavatascha rajan, O Raja, it's not only my strength, everybody's strength. Sa eva balam balinam chap. He is the strength behind everybody's strength. He is the strength behind everybody's strength. And then he got angry, and then he tries to bang, and from that comes Narasimha. And there's a lovely verse. Satyam vidatam nijabritya bhashitam vyaptam cha bhuteshu akileshu chatmana adrushyitat adbhuta rupamudvahan stambhe sabhayam namrugam namanusham. Satyam vidatam nijabritya bhashitam, to make the words of his servants come true. Right? Nijabritya bhashitam, that is dasas, servants. That you will be killed by Vishnu. The shapa given to make the true. And to make also the truth. That yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. All several statements, Sridhara Swami gives 10 statements. To make all of them true. Satyam Vidatum, Nijabritya Bhashitam, Vyaptim Cha. The all-pervading God comes from that. And Dvayora, neither up nor down on his lap. Neither inside nor outside on the threshold. Neither day nor night, Sandhya. Neither weapons, animals, men. Narasimha, neither animal nor man. No weapon created by you. His weapons are nails. You see a lot of ladies have them. His weapons are nails. With that, he tears him. And then he asks Prahlada to ask a boon. He says, do not make me a businessman to ask you something. I am your servant. Good master doesn't make the servant ask. They know what to give. Don't make me a commercial man bargain with you. Yet I want one boon. My father should be forgiven. He said, 27 up and 27 down generation, because they are connected with you, are emancipated. So that is Prahlada Charitram. Right? And then comes the surrender, Gajendra Moksham. This Gajendra story, he was Indradyumna Pandya king and a great devotee. Once he was meditating, Agastya Bhagavan comes. He didn't stop the meditation and receive him. So Agastya Bhagavan said, you have such hot head, be born as an elephant. He was born and really hot head. When this man comes, the mountains shake. And normally, even in dream, elephant dreams of a lion, it dies. But here lions are scared of him, not Rotarians. You understand? Even lions are scared of him. That was his this thing. And that fellow comes to take a bath, thirsty. He should stand on the shore and take, because he has got a long this thing. Why should we enter into the lake? You and I, okay, we're talking about Gajendra's head. Here my head was not seen. Right? So, why should he enter and see? All of us, this story. Why do you get into the samsara? Be outside. Stay with Narayana and do your transactions. Why do you enter into that water? Not only merely entered, disturbed the whole lot. Sharks all got frightened and all the lotuses were picked up. Complete halagula. And then there was another Gandharva who became a crocodile by Shapa. He caught his leg. When you enter into samsara like that, the crocodile of ego will definitely catch you. What do you do for that? Thousands of years. All is written, thousands of people, elephants, children, wives tried to pull him. They could not. And then he knew, now nobody can save me other than Narayana. How did he get? Purva Janma Smriti. He was an Indradyumna Pandya king, a great Vishnu devotee. That comes to him. And then lovely prayers, out of the world prayers, which I will do tomorrow. I'll just finish the story. Those prayers I will tell sometime. I have 4 days. Only those prayers out of the world. Advaita at the highest. ఒకపరి జగమున వెలినిడి ఒకపరి లోపలికి గొనుచు ఉభయముదానై సకలార్థ సాక్షియగు ఆ ఎకలంకుని ఆత్మమయుని అర్థింతుమదిన్ అద్వైత ఎవ్వని చేజనించు జగమెవ్వని లోపల నుండు లీనమై ఎవ్వని ఎందుడిందు మూల కారణం వెవ్వుడు అనాది మధ్యులయుడెవ్వుడు వానిని ఆత్మభవుని నే వేడదన్. You want to enjoy Gajendra Moksham? Learn Telugu. Right? So beautiful prayers. And then he says, Kachana Isha Balinaha Antagora. Whoever is there stronger than this Kala Sarpa chasing me and annihilate that, protect me. Whoever is that God. Because he doesn't say Vishnu, Shiva and all that. Whoever is, come and protect me from this Kala Sarpa. Other gods, he didn't give our identity, we cannot go. Because he didn't say Subramanya with 6 heads, Shiva with Ardhanarishwara, nothing he said. So they didn't go. Vishnu alone said, this is me. This is me. And he came. How? On Garuda. What is Garuda? Chandomaya. The Lord, immortal Lord, who saves you, comes riding over the Vedas. Chandomaya, Garuda. And what do? You didn't ask Narayana to save this life. He sinks in between. Ask chasing. Then he says, don't save me from this life. You were not going to permanently take off fear from me. Here you save me, but I still have various fears. Therefore, save me from ignorance. Right? Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Takes a lotus and the teacher of all this thing who destroys ignorance and emancipates. Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. And he comes, Sudarshana, the right vision, through which the ego is destroyed. Sudarshana. She now has Sudarshana, 2 eyes cataract operation. Right? Sudarshana. Right? He takes up the samsara crocodile and emancipates him. The next one is Amrutamandan. Here also surrender. Amrutamandan, you all know the story, I don't have to say. Why Devas got? Asuras didn't get? Is he partial? No. Asuras took law into their hands, snatched and ran away. Devas surrendered to him. Again surrender. Bali, he thought, I can give anybody anything. Good man, but that ego, I can give. So Narayana came and said, give me 3 feet. He could not. Then he said, I have taken first, I have second, third. Second, place your feet on the third. Head means what? The giver has to go. I have given that, the ego has to go. So Narayana places and Bali was sent to the best place, Sutala. Right? And Indra was again put it in Swarga and promised, Bali, I will be your security. I will be there with the chakra. Nobody will disturb you. Sutala is better than Swarga. And when this Indra's period is over, you become Indra. So much blessing. For what? Surrendering. That is Bali's story. With that 8th skanda, Machanarayana avatar, right? And that's over. And 9th is all Ishwaku Vamsa's story up to the Krishna avatar and all that. Rama story, Ambarisha story, Sagara story and all that. Then comes our darling, Krishna. I kept my word. Right? I'll finish 8 or maybe 8:5. You won't miss anything because even if you miss, I have 4 days, I will make it up. Right? Why so many 9 skandhas? Krishna is very subtle, naughty. Yashodamma tried to chase him. She could not catch him. Finally, out of his compassion, he allowed her to catch him. You can't catch him. Very subtle. Because Kriv is earth manifest Sat, Na, Ananda, Satchidananda, Atma cannot be seen by eyes. Na chakshusha, na srotrena, not through the jihva. You cannot catch him through any sense organ or even the mind. Na manasa, na buddhya. You cannot catch him. Very subtle. His Janma. Right? So that needs a preparation of the mind and intellect, sharpen it, which can integrate the head and the heart, is the technique of Bhagavata, where intuition is born. Where intuition is born. So for that, for you to develop the heart and the head, 9 skandhas were done, and now has been taken up our Sri Krishna Bhagavan's story. What was the story? In the chariot of this body, the ego was going along with the wedded mind and intellect, Vasudeva and Devaki. And now that the mind and intellect in this chariot of the body has integrated, the ego has to end, Kamsa. So Ashariri said, it's time now. The 8th child of this will kill you. All of us take all these things as though Kamsa is bad, he is Rakshasa. You and I don't get that opportunity to be killed by Lord. How can he be bad? If you had to be killed by Lord. How can he be bad? All positive only. Our stupid, egoistic human mind always thinks negative. And that Kamsa, ego, cannot die without negative vasanas. So first, all the Arishad Varga, 6 enemies in you, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Madama, Moha, Madamacharyas, have to be died. 6 sons have been eliminated. His own sons, Kamsa's sons in the previous birth. Ego's sons only. These 6 were Kamsa's sons. Ego's sons he killed. Then comes the strength, Bala, for spiritual thing. Then Bhagavan is manifest. When head and heart integrated. That enough? No. Completely shut ourselves from the outside world. It should be totally dark. Outside world. Yanisha sarva bhutana. Tasyam jagrati samyami. Yasyam jagrati bhutani. Sanisha pashyato mune. Hey Gita. It should be completely dark. Amrita Varsha pouring in. Amrita Varsha pouring in. The head and the heart locked in the bosom, prison house of your own bosom. Right? At that time, he manifests. What happens? All the chains by themselves drop. When Krishna manifests in you, all your bondage, you don't have to work, they drop from you. All the gatekeepers sense asleep. All the gatekeepers sense asleep. All doors to emancipation open up. Nishite tama udbhute jayamane janardane devakyam devarupinyam Vishnuhu sarva guhashreya avirasit yatha pratyam divi induriva pushkalaha. Like the full moon on the eastern side. Nishite, when it is dark and night. Tama udbhute, when dense darkness is there. Jayamane Janardane, when Janardana, the remover of sorrows of all human beings, is born. Devakyam, in Devaki. Vishnu. Sarva Guhasheha, in your own heart. In your own heart. He's not outside. You are searching outside, you won't get it. Look inside. He's Krishna. He's dark to you. He's black. You can't see him. Neela Megha Shyama, Pitambaraha, infinite clad in matter. So, Sarupa, Arupa, Nirguna, Saguna. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaivana Aparaha. There's nothing other than the Lord. You don't see him. Nothing other than the Lord. You don't see him. Nishite tama udbhute jayamane janardane devakyam devarupnyam Vishnuhu sarva guhasheha avirashi manifested. Was not born. Manifested. Yatha pratyam deva induriva pushkala. In that darkness, complete light comes as the full moon light, because Krishna is born. In your heart, which is totally dark, thinking that the whole world is bad, you get this Krishna, this thing, and you start enjoying everything. Tam adbhutam balakam ambujekshanam Shankachakra Gadayudam, Sri Vatsalakshmam, Galashobi Kaustamam, Pitambaram, Sandra Payoda Saubhagam. Tam Adbhutam Balam is a Bala only, but not an ordinary Bala. Adbhuta Bala. What is Adbhuta Bala? Whom you cannot explain. Ambujakshanam, lotus-eyed, you can see truth. Chaturbhujam, with 4 hands. Shanka Gadayudam, with the 4 these things. Sri Vatsa Lakshmam, Sri Vatsa and Lakshmi. Galashobi Kaustubam, with the Kaustubha. Sandra Payoda Saubhagam, whose color is like the cloud, thick clouds. Vasudeva Aichata. One more sloka is there. I was hungry. Hey, you won't get share market book in Chinmaya Vidyalaya. I'm seeing the wrong book. And we are all searching wrong places for immortality. Maharha Vaidurya Kirita Kundalatvasha Parishwakta Sahasra Kuntalam Uddama Kanchangada Kankanadibi Virochamanam Vasudeva Ichata. Vasudeva Sar Maharha, very precious. Vaidurya, one of the diamonds. I don't know the name. What is Vaidurya? You all know. I don't have to know. Kirita Kundalam, the crown and the earrings, kundalam. Krisha Parishwakta Sahasra Kuntalam. While born, hair is already done. Parishwakta Sahasra Kuntalam. With curly, matted hair, 1,000. You understand? The beautician was ready there. Parishwakta Sahasra Kuntalam. Uddama Kanchangata Kankanadibi, with various things. Right? Kankanadibihi. Virochamanam, shining. Vasudeva Aichata. Vasudeva saw. That is Bhagavan, Krishna's birth. Krishna Jai, Krishna Jai, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Jai. Krishna Jai, Krishna Jai, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Jai, Krishna Jai, Krishna Jai, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Jai.